Hey guys, we are live right now. Thank you so much for tuning back into this channel, and hope you guys are safe and healthy all the time. So today I'll be doing a review on Specialized Diverge Base E5. This is a friend's bike. She actually borrowed me for 4 hours to do the review, but it was raining, so I tried my best to get the best shot. So let's go on with it. Let's go. Okay, Specialized Diverge Base E5. This is an aluminium road bike, but it is catered more towards all-rounder. So I think the model that I'm reviewing right now is the entry base level. It is still a very good bike and I was very impressed with it. I spent about 4 hours. I went out riding, I went into grass, I went on a road, I went into bumpy areas, and it was really impressive. So what I want to do in this video is to share with you my opinion, and only my opinion, about that bike. I'm not comparing this bike with other bikes out there. I believe that there are better bikes out there, but based on my experience on this bike, it is really impressive. So first, let's talk about the frame. Now the frame is really impressive. The geometry is more towards an upright position, which means it's very comfortable. And the paint job and the welding, wow, especially the paint, really very pretty, very beautiful. And you can see on the video over here, the paint is really very good, and I think the workmanship is second to none. And the best part about this frame is that even if it's an entry level, it has internal cable routing, so that makes the bike looks very sleek and very expensive. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. So that's an aluminum frame, and the fork is actually carbon fiber. So you know, carbon fiber is good in absorbing all the harshness and also the vibration, so it gives you a little bit of comfort when you're going off-road or when you're on a road that is not so flat or maybe an uneven road as well. So that's a good thing. That's a plus for this bike. And the next thing that I think that is very cool about this frame is that it has a lot of lugs. It has a lot of holes for you to mount a lot of things. So on the fork, it has 2 holes for you to put on your panniers or for you to put on water bottles. On the center top tube, it has 2 holes for you to put your bento box. On the bottom tube or the down tube, you can put a bottle cage, and on the back, you can actually put a rack for your touring. So like I said earlier, this bike can do almost everything, right? So that's the frame itself. I think Specialized put a lot of thoughts into the design of this frame, so it's catered to a lot of types of riders out there. So if you're looking for a bike that can do almost everything, off-road, gravel, mud, sand, grass, on the road, uphill, downhill, touring, city rides, I think this would be a good one, and it's not really that expensive comparing to the other higher end or other brands out there. Now the bike comes with specialized stems, specialized handlebars, specialized seat posts, and also specialized in-house design saddle. So you can rest assured that a lot of thoughts in terms of design and ergonomic and comfort has been put to design all these components. So not to worry about it. It is not the lightest components out there, but it is a workhorse components, meaning to say you can rely, you can trust on these components, and you can just ride and ride and ride, not to worry about anything. Okay, right, so I think that's a good one. So next we're going to talk about the group set. So this bike comes with a Shimano Claris. Now we all know that Shimano make one of the best group set in the world. So the Claris is actually an 8-speed group set with a 2 chainring in the front. The gear ratio is pretty much very even, meaning to say it's good for long distance, is good for climbing, is good for downhill, is good for gravel or on road as well. So it's a very well all-rounded gear ratio. Now there are a few parts in terms of the group set that is not from Shimano. The first one would be the chain is from KMC, the cassette is from Sunrace, 8-speed Sunrace cassette, and of course the brake calipers and the disc is not from Shimano Claris. Now the brake is from the brand called Tektro. It is not the best mechanical brakes out there, but it does the job very well as well. So you can also trust your life when you're riding on that bike. So next is the wheelset. Now the wheelset brand is called the Axis Elite. I believe this is also an in-house specialized brand, and this is actually the entry level of the road disc wheelset. Now the rim is quite wide because it caters for the 35mm specialized tire. I think that's a specialized tire. So my friend, she intended to use this bike on road most of the time, so we actually help her to change the tire to Continental GP 5000, and it's a 28mm tire. So because of the rim that is wide, when you put in a 28mm tire on it, it sort of stretch the tire and it still looks very wide compared to the bike or the 28mm tires that I have on my road bike. So again, what I'm trying to share over here is that even though if you're on a road bike, tires on this bike, it still feels like you're riding on the original tire. It's just that maybe you feel a little bit faster because there's less rolling resistance already. So that's what I think. I did manage to spend some time riding on the bike, so I was riding around my house. So I went on an uneven road. I also went on the grass. I did not go on gravel because I do not want to dirty my friend's bike. My overall impression on the bike is that the shifting is very impressive. It was crispy and the comfort of the bike is there because the sitting position is upright, and when I go through potholes or when I go through uneven road, it is quite comfortable as well. There's no harsh and there's no uncomfortable feeling. So overall, it's a very good bike, yep, to invest on. Next, let's talk about the downside. Something that I wish that could be improved a little bit. Not that I'm picky, it's just that I wish that it could be improved. So the first one would be the group set. Now, as we all know, there's another group set called the Tiagra, the Shimano Tiagra group set. It is also considered one of the entry-level group set. However, I'm not sure why Specialized didn't put that into this bike. So I understand that probably if they put Shimano Tiagra on this bike, it will increase the cost. So I know where their stand is, but I wish it could be a Shimano Tiagra, right? So that's one. And number two would be the braking power. So it's unfair for me to compare the braking power of this bike, the Tractro calipers, compared to the EE brakes that I'm using on my Trek Imonda ALR. So it's unfair to compare like that. But however, I wish that the brakes could be improved just a little bit, because who doesn't want a good braking power on their bike, right? So these are the two things that I wish could be improved a little bit. But I also understand why Specialized have gone with that setup, because they want to maintain the margin and also the entry-level price, so that it makes it affordable for all the people out there to venture into the cycling industry or the cycling sport. So here we go, guys. These are my quick review in terms of the Specialized Diverge Base E5. So if you like the video, give me a thumbs up and consider subscribe, because the subscription that you click on will give me a lot of motivation to produce more videos like this. Now, I'm not making money out of this video. I'm just doing this based on my hobby. And thank you so much for all the positive comments over the years. Hopefully, I am able to give you some of the insights and some of my experience in terms of this bike. All right, so guys, stay safe. I love you guys, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.